Hey everyone, it's Clint Tucker, guitar trainer and coach. Today is December the 4th, 2020, and it is Fretwork Friday, Volume 14. We're going to be talking about chord progressions today and starting to think about the Nashville number system. One other thing I'm really working with students on is if you are thinking about a scale and you put it into numbers, you can start to come up with these formulas that they use in popular music all the time, and it'll help you be able to identify songs pretty quickly and learn what formula it is and then change the key. That's the Nashville number system. There's two fundamental principles that you need to know. The first is, what's the major scale? And the second is the order of the types of chords that are in the major scale. So what is the major scale? The major scale is a specific alphabet that starts from a note that goes in a certain order till you get to that next version of that note, so it repeats itself. On the guitar, we have 12 frets in between what we call an octave, right? So if I'm in the key of C, and I play the C note right here on the A string 3rd fret, that means what's 3 plus 12? 15. Now, when I go to 15, just by that math alone, that should be the octave. And lo and behold, it is. So in between those 12 frets, there is a specific order that you need to know. That order is whole step, half, whole step, whole step, whole step, half. So in guitar language, that would be 2 frets, 2 frets, 1 fret, 2 frets, 2 frets, 2 frets, 1 fret. And that gets you your major scale. That's fundamental principle number 1. The second is understanding what chords represent each of these notes. Now I'm going to give you a little quick cheat sheet that'll help you be able to make this decision really quickly and be able to plug it into different keys. The first chord, the 4th chord, and the 5 chord are major chords. So if I count my numbers, C is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's F. C, D, E, F. That means C is major and the F is major. And then if I go to the next one, C, D, E, F, G. That's number 5 right there. That one is major. So now you have C, F, G. And I mean, immediately we can hear other songs that sound like that. Anybody think about Hootie and the Blowfish? Right? So if 1, 4, and 5 are taken care of and we had 7 different notes, that means we only have 4 more to go. Alright, so here's what we learn now. The 2, the 3, and the 6 are minor chords. So if 2 is minor, I go C, D. Okay, D. That's D minor. There's that chord. D, so that's number 2. E is number 3. That means E is minor. Okay, and then I go to 6. C, D, E, F, G, A. A is number 6. So A minor. So now I have the 2, the 3, and the 6. I mean, right there, if we play that starting from the 6, then the 2, then the 3. 4, kind of have like a dirgy, bluesy type of, song. Kind of sounds dramatic and depressing. So if 2, 3, and 6 are minor chords, and 1, 4, and 5 are major chords, what is note number 7? Okay, note number 7 is represented by a diminished type of chord. Okay, so the technical term of it is a minor 7 flat 5. And it looks something like this. Okay, so that's a B, an F, an A, and a D. That doesn't sound very good, like naturally, in popular music. You don't really hear this a whole lot. You hear it more in like jazz and even Christmas music. But you don't hear that like in popular music a whole lot. So here's what the songwriters did. The guys in Nashville decided instead of that, what they would do is they would replace that with a dominant 7 version of the 5 chord. So that would be G7. Now that sounds a lot more just appropriate and acceptable. So now we have our full key in chord form. You almost can hear like that scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You kind of hear that. So what I have learned over the years is that there's a formula that these songwriters use that works way more widespreadly over different kind of genres. And one of those is the 1, 4, 5, right? So like if I play in the key of C, and then I go to the 5 chord, then the 4 chord, then the 5 chord again. Well, goodness gracious. We have a plethora of songs that we can do with that. Now, the next one that usually is used is the 6 minor. So we're going to do the 1, the 5, the 6 minor, and the 4. So the 1 being C, the 5 being G, the 6 minor being A minor, and the 4 being F. If you listen to that, there's so many songs that use that. And you just take a very simple chord, a strumming pattern. I like to use this one. I call that the Copperhead Road strumming pattern. Because if you go 1, 2, a Copperhead Road, and say that phrase while you strum, that's where it links up to. The technical way to count it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now when I do that, if you notice, I'm only going to hit like the root. Then do like a little one. So 1, 2, a Copperhead Road. That's what that looks like. So if we play that progression with that strumming pattern, listen to what we have. Okay, so imagine the sound of that song, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the A, G, E, D of Caged with that progression right there and tell me if you can't hear all these other songs that come to mind, but they're in different key, but that formula stays the same. So the formula starts to sound like the sound that keeps coming back to your head. It's the formula, not necessarily the song, right? So here's the A version. They use this one in Tuesday's Gone and Country Road. Now let's go to the key of G. That's G, D, E minor, C. Okay, if we go to the key of E, it'd be E, then B, then C sharp minor, then A. So we would have and then the last one would be in the key of D. So you would have D, A, B minor, and G. With or without you, by U2, uses this one. So hopefully you're starting to hear this. By the way, I don't believe I went over the A chords. It was A, E, F sharp minor, and D. But it's the 1, the 5, the 6 minor, and the 4. And the way we figure out those is we start at those prospective keys. In the case of A, you'd start with A, and you would do the whole, half. Whole, half. And then you would do 1, 4, and 5 are major chords, and the 2, 3, and 6 are minor chords. And the 7th note is represented by a dominant 7th. So here's the thing. I've got all this stuff on my channel that I use with my students that I'm training. So if you want to get any of this to work on, just hit me up on a personal message on Facebook or in the comment section, and then we'll be able to hook you guys up, and y'all can work on this stuff. Now, the way that I have that curriculum set up is only in the speed of the chord changes. That way you can start practicing different kinds of strumming patterns that you'd want to, and you're not going to be bogged down. You're just working on the change itself, like how fast can you go from E to B, C sharp to A, that kind of a thing. So that's the way the curriculum looks, but you'll have chord diagrams of everything and all the keys, C, A, G, E, and D, lined up there. All right, guys, thank y'all so much for taking time and watching the video and learning about this. If you want to know more and you want to book a session with me, go to cwtucker.com and click the book now, and go to my Facebook page, like the page, and book now there as well. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.